Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I thought it was just come and say hello to wish you a good day and to send greetings and salutation and discuss a few ideas that are only perspectives, of course. But in truth, our inner self, our inner being is a divine being of source that is eternal. And we came here on this planet, which is not comfortable, that is not really our home. And that's why we are having a hard time doing with all those dysfunction of the world, because our inner being know the perfection of the original state, our original soul, and we need to reconnect to that. In truth, we are just actors in the stage of life. Like Heraclitus used to say, life is a stage. You come in, you watch, and then you're gone. It is very short, so we do need to balance it out, to make as much as possible, to make our life as meaningful as possible, because we won't take with us our material things, but we will take all the light and love that we cultivate. And on the higher planes, they don't see all the negative things. They only see the light and the love that we produce, understanding that God is the producer of the show. And our soul is the director, with a co-director with our other soul. So all of that is stage, but we need to return to the heart center, as much as we need every day, many times, and to think that you are merging, when you do meditation, you are merging your consciousness with that of the Creator on the seventh chakra, to allow the crown to be open, so the light of God can descend in our body. For now, we're in a purification period. But we also need to understand the dynamics of the world, to understand the cosmic law, and to maintain a perfect divine balance, a divine equanimity, a divine perspective of neutrality. And it is for that, it is vital to turn within and to discover all that the unknown, for the scientific community in our present day know that the cosmos, 90% of the gravity of the cosmos, the weight of the cosmos, is invisible. They can't see it. It is the same with us. We have 90% of ourself is our inner self, our inner being, and we don't see it all just yet. We don't see all that, but it is very important that we harmonize with our microcosm with the macrocosm, like in yoga. It's about harmony, and for that we need to return to the heart center. We're also here to experience the great diversity of life, and to embrace the mysteries of the universe, and to understand all is connected. What we call the cosmos is the sum of all the cosmic manifestation, but the universe, from a celestial perspective, is an independent aggregation of matter within the cosmos. There are hundreds of thousands of those local universes that are ruled by a Father, Mother, God, that have very specific rules. There is no physical barriers between one universe to another, but they all respond to different rules, and they evolve individually. Here we live in a magnetic universe. Whatever we produce is what will come back to us, and the universe was created with a single point of light, with a pendulum that goes. And then some people just they push the pendulum so far away. It is very important to steal the pendulum of the pendulum of duality within yourself. And so I will do that. We can do that for others as well. And so it is. Thank you so very much for coming to continue to cultivate your connection to your spiritual, to your soul and your spirit. I thank you so very much for supporting the channel, for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, as well as for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. I can do short session, like €1 a minute. I can do 10-minute session. If you need, you can call on me. And so it is really also understanding that we cannot be intransigent. We have to lose the intransigence. It's got to be like this, got to be like this. Otherwise, it's like, it doesn't work. So the life will push us, our barriers, to accept that the universe is far more flexible and patient also than we are sometimes, because the time is like, eventually we want to stretch out time, like to slow it down to the point where every second can become a moment of eternity. So it is a practice. Understand that the earth is just a temporary residence, but we keep coming back here because we need to complete a program of self-mastery, and so So we will come back until we complete the program. So it is very important to understand there's going to be great events that are preparing for the Earth stage, but it requires certain efforts, and we do require to do some personal work. We cannot expect the whole world outside of us to complete our inner mastery of transformation. So be patient and be kind to yourself. Know you have guides. There is a galactic family, the ascended masters, the angels, the archangels that are all here in support as a support team, just as our monad, our oversoul. And so they're here to inspire, to guide, to protect, and they're always there. But there is a great cleansing on the way. We need to cleanse our physical body as well as to know that there is a great cleansing on the physical plane. And when things are going to start, it's going to be it's going to create some chaos because a lot of people will not accept this higher light. But we've been prepared for that. And we need to align with our mission, and the way to understand our mission is to tune into the higher self and accept the revelation. For this big shift is really coming. The Prime Creator has asked the Galactic to free the planet, so they have a lot of leeway when it comes to their own interaction, and they're preparing that. Is that authorize their descent before the spirit can descend, and the Creator also delivers message within the mind of everyone. So just pay attention to the most beautiful energies you receive within your mind. For we're going to be given a time of peace and rest and recuperation and preparation for the next stage. And even the med beds have been announced to come, the higher versions of the med bed, but still it will require some efforts to maintain that, which is really what we want, is to be galactic beings. Because if we go through those med beds, but the first thing we say, we're like 30 years younger and we don't have any addiction and everything, well, let's celebrate, open some whiskey and like start drinking a bottle of whiskey, we're going to regress as well. So it does take a little bit. I'm not judging or anything, but I'm just saying once we settle into the natural frequency of life, into the higher light, we won't want to go back to the lower frequency. So it is all part of the process, and it is very important to embrace the unknown, to have trust and faith, and to understand the plan of God is perfect, even if we do not understand it. And so that's the card of the day is the yin. It's about to allow things to unfold naturally without forcing anything. Let me pull a few cards from the Akash. Oh, just in case somebody, if I have some paintings in Victor, Idaho, that needs to be moved temporarily for a few weeks. In case you know somebody that's trustworthy or somebody that lives there, or if you live there, I would appreciate to send me a message. There's some boxes of paintings, like two larger ones and 6 little ones, 6 little smaller ones. But they're very, very important to me because they are some historical, they have historical value, some of them, and many of them I don't even have photos. It's a long story how they ended up there, but as soon as I get freed up, I'll be able to retrieve them, but there seems to be an urgency in moving them. I hope I won't lose those 1,500 paintings. So just in case, I thought I'd bring it up. The observer of the day is Asia. It's about being serene, about being peaceful, about it's also maybe going to Asia. There's a wonderful place. Where the highest wisdom is to confront our fear. We still have a lot of fear. We have to put our fear in the hands of God, in the hands of Mother Nature, in the hands of the Creator, and surrender it to the angel, whatever. Just once we pass beyond that, it doesn't mean that the problem is solved, but at least we can approach it with a clear mind. What we need to understand is the dichotomy, the duality between man and woman. We have to blend it in. We have to make it work. We have to understand the complementarity that man and woman have a different psychological response to things, and to understand for men to understand women's psychology, and for women to accept men's psychology. So it's about resolving this dichotomy, and eventually, if that's what we seek, to attract a partner that we can feel comfortable with. We don't have to explain ourselves because we understand each other naturally. What we need to do is to put an end to the war and battles. Everybody's fighting a war within, and that's with the duality, and that's why we're moving back to the peace and sense of unity and of the whole. And what's coming is a brand new beginning, is the baby. The baby is a sign of a brand new beginning. Something completely new is starting. Once we confront our fear, we still have to confront our karmic relation. Karmic relations are here for a very good reason, for spiritual growth, even if we we have karmic relation, like we feel something deeply and somebody is like not ready to assist you in making it whole. You have to understand there is a balance of energy that needs to take place, and when the cycle is complete, you have this discharge. And for that, it's good to write, continue to write, communicate. Very important to communicate, to write down your experiences, communicate with other people. What we need to understand about men and women, this duality principle, is romantic relationship, to make it work, to make it charming, to make it enjoyable, to make it pleasant, to make it funny, to make it light, to make it respectful, and yet it's all open. There's so much to learn through relationship. That's why God created this duality, polarity between man and woman. Once we put an end to the war and battle, we need to free ourselves from enslavement and entrapment. We've been conditioned into a system that is not natural. That's why it doesn't feel good. So the door is open, and we need to open. We need to release all past memory and traumas about this entrapment. And what we'll do is, once we do that, we become a figure of authority. That means renouncing all other external authority, to be sovereign within ourselves, and to listen, to pay attention to the call of our higher self, which is the director of our life, in coordination with the producer, with the creator, that has his hand in everything. So, well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with a song and pull out a few cards. I'm going to try this one. It's an old song. It's called Fever. Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I got a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Sun light up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, and I know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Captain Smith and Pocahontas had a very mad affair. When her daddy tried to kill him, she said, "Daddy, don't you do dare. He gives me fever with his kisses, fever when he holds me tight. Fever, I'm his missus. Daddy, won't you treat him right? Now you listen to my story. Here's the point that I have made. Cats were born to give you fever, be Fahrenheit or centigrade. They gave you fever when they kiss you, fever when they hold you tight. Fever, if you live, you learn. Fever, till you sizzle. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. Fever. It was Peggy Lee. I like the Elvis Presley version. Well, I should rehearse it a little bit, but being spontaneous, yeah, it's almost like live, because I don't make editing. Very soon I'll make more sophisticated video. The observer of the day is the liberation. The liberation is right there. So it's like, do not give up. Just hang on. Courage, perseverance, charisma, stamina. Develop your. We have to develop to move into our rhythm. The highest wisdom is optimism. Stay hopeful. Stay optimistic. What we need to understand is action. What is the right action within the situation? what we need to do is to listen to the heart, listen to the higher self, listen to the whole of life. Life is always talking to us on a higher level, so listen before we speak. And the outcome is success. And success is going to come. Success is there. Success means to hold the grab of creation. What is it we want to achieve? Is clairvoyance. And the outcome will be reconciliation. There is all kinds of resolution that will be coming. And it's like, personally, I've learned that I've forgiven to the people who have hurted the most, me the most in this time. So it's like I don't really hold grudges. It must have been a karmic thing. And then it's like, I feel like that was a great breakthrough in some sense to say that, well, there is still good things in the memory of those people that were really unethical, criminal, or even or whatever that acted out of not so kind energy, but it's all forgiven. You will move forward. I'm going to pull one more card just to see what the game of O show. And wish you a wonderful day. The card of the day is the freedom from fear. It is the Fool. Only the fools have no fear. But it's really about being transcendent, about being light, being above it, or to keep this neutrality. It's very important. Just keep on breathing. Call on your guides. And follow the heart, follow the flow, trust it. Thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.